Hello, everybody. It is April 3rd, 2013. Welcome to the Big and Tall Movie Review Show. We are going to review several films today. With me, how you doing, Big Red?
How's it going?
It's going all right. Maximus?
Oh, how's it going? Happy to be here.
Yes, good deal, good deal. So, guys, we're going to just maybe talk and banter about some of the films that are out at the theaters that we've seen recently and what we think of them, as well as other DVDs and movie news and such.
It's been kind of a rough patch at the theaters. It's been a little dead.
It's been a little,
yeah, not a whole lot to go see.
No, it's not been real. And what's out there is pretty weak. Took the kids to see the Croods movie, which I actually thought was pretty good, and then I was looking at all the movie posters that were up as far as adult-wise to see what films, and I'm like, this is what we got. So
yeah, nothing too exciting.
But anyway.
But you said you did like the Croods, though. Huh?
No, I thought it was pretty good for, a kid film. And
Nicolas Cage playing a Neanderthal.
Yeah, that's not a hard
Do.
reach. Yeah, so it was fun though. It surprised me. I really didn't think much of it. Ryan Reynolds was in it. Really didn't think much of it going in, but then it was pretty good, and it was shot for 3D, so it was fun to check out. But
The biggest test of a kids movie is: do you have to get up and take the kids out during the movie? If not, it's a success.
Yeah.
Good point.
I usually don't let them get out of their seat regardless of how bad it is, unless
Well,
it turns all of a sudden violent or something.
I'm thinking the bathroom breaks or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, keep them to around 80 minutes.
Yeah,
appreciate
it. Was good. It was good though. I was pleased with it. They're eager to see it again. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna touch on some of the newer films that came out last week. The film G.I. Joe Retaliation, the sequel to the first G.I. Joe, returned to theaters, starring Dwayne Johnson, Bruce Willis,
Channing Tatum.
Tatum's in it. Jonathan Pryce, who was probably one of the better parts of it. He was the president. He was in it. DJ Catrona and this Adrianne Palicki gal who played Lady J.
Yeah. Of course, this thing was supposed to be out last summer, and
apparently
it didn't test well, so they were going to add 3D and fix some things. I'm trying to figure out what they fixed.
It's been them a while to fix it. Yeah. Well, let me play the little trailer here for it and see what y'all think. This one's G.I. Joe Retaliation is rated PG-13. Here we go.
But dude, see that? Security's early. They're all day. There's only one man could authorize a strike like that. And I voted for him. You ain't the same. My fellow world leaders,
you're looking at an advanced weapons system capable of destroying each of your countries 14 times over. 15 in the case of North Korea. And all at the push of a button.
We have to assume that there's no one we can trust.
There is one man. General, call me Joe.
Drive it like you stole it.
As your good friend, you need no catchphrase.
All right, there's a little taste of G.I. Joe Retaliation. As you could hear, there's a lot of explosions in this film. The dialogue was very skimpy, but lots of explosions. It did feel like it was kind of pieced together. Big Red, what do you got? What do you got for me?
If you compare this to the first one, I do think it's an improvement, but then that's really not
saying a whole lot.
Yeah, it's
nowhere to go from up.
Yeah, basically.
But up.
So, this movie just never really gelled for me. The cast seemed like they weren't really interested. There was never really any emotion brought into it.
That's what I mean by dialogue. Yeah. It's like we could never really get anything going with it. I mean,
and I'm a big fan of Dwayne Johnson or the Rock is.
Yeah.
And the guy has tons of charisma, and in this he's just kind of.
Yeah, I felt like he was the only one that even kind of gave two hoots.
Yeah.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
I mean,
and it was bad.
I felt like he was in a kitchen trying to cook something and nobody wanted to eat it. That's kind of what.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
And it was, I grew up with the G.I. Joe Hasbro toys, as I think most of us have, and I enjoyed the fact that they tried to make some of this the helicopters and the
tanks
and the gear look real similar to a lot of the old Hasbro toys and Hasbro cartoon show, and they kind of brought back the look to Cobra Commander with the silver mask and some of that. But along the lines of Transformer films, I feel like that's kind of, no offense to anybody that's in their teens or young teens, but it feels like they're trying to hit that genre right in there. Like the 9 to 16.
I think
age.
there's with these type of movies, there's expectations. I mean, obviously we have a different expectation for this movie because we grew up. But obviously, the movie studio is trying to sell toys and
that's all it's about. With Hollywood. I mean, it's bullet points. Crank out a film. We got to hit this, and this. I mean, with the exception of Dwayne Johnson and Jonathan Pryce, who plays the president in this movie, everybody else in it's kind of just sleepwalking through it, and the script's horrible. It's just there's no dialogue to really. This DJ Catrona who played Flint
was just a blank. I remember
he was bland.
I remember about an hour into the movie, you finally turned to me and goes, "Hey, Flint finally did something."
Yeah, or he finally, in the dialogue.
I thought the girl who played Lady J wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I mean, passable, but
seemed like they were trying to bring in some bigger stars for the second one to maybe attract a bigger audience.
Well, it's something because you did actually kind of miss Channing Tatum in this. Which I never thought I'd say, but
and what were you talking about, Max? The first one had a lot of the whole suits, or
well, I didn't even see the first one because I couldn't do that to myself.
Suits,
but it didn't look like the second movie was going to be quite so centered around the team of Iron Man suits.
This one went a lot away too from like the first one had like the big CGI base they're in, and this one was a little more practical. A little more, I don't know, just a little bit less special effects. But the Snake Eye stuff was easily the best part of the movie.
Yeah, and I almost see them with this. As long as they've got the Snake Eyes and the Storm Shadow characters, which I think are by far kind of the most popular kind of Joe Ninja interesting characters. And there's some good on the mountain fight scenes shot that were appealing. But as long as they've got those guys, and Snake Eye's character never removes his mask, so they can keep that guy in every film. Yeah, I keep having a feeling that they're just going to kind of reboot different guys,
but different characters.
You're not going to have.
So you think they're going to keep on making these?
They are planning a third one already because this one did make money.
Did it make money?
It made money.
Did it make as much money as it cost to make? Though?
Yeah, well, no, they're making money off of it, so it's doing well overseas too.
It did.
Well, I'm wondering how well it'll play in London since. In the movie, they blow up London, and really nobody seems to care.
Yeah, and even the CGI with that didn't look.
But did you notice though how the whole London gets obliterated and nobody
blinks an eye?
No, even the London Prime Minister, or the English Prime Minister, who's there, just is like, "Oh, my whole town, my whole country's gone." It's never really acknowledged.
Yeah.
So.
Oh well.
Script issues.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't really. I know Bruce Willis had a busy year last year, and he did a lot of films, but without the Looper and the Looper, what was the one?
Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom and Looper. That was where he should have stopped because everything else has been just kind of him sleepwalking. I thought he was somebody going to give him a cup of coffee to wake up.
Well, he basically this is just a cameo. He's hardly in this movie,
and he's on the front of the poster, but it's. I feel like he needs a little more direction with his, where he's going with everything right now.
Well, if you look at,
he is getting old. But
if you look at what he did this past year, he worked with his two best movies were with filmmakers who wrote the movie, and Ryan Johnson and Wes Anderson. When left to his own devices, you get A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah, you yippee-ki-yay, you're right out of the theater going, what are you doing in this? It's kind of I don't know. And he's also getting up there in age, but they got to you need to find something else for him to do besides shoot people and show up for...
Yeah, the 60-year-old action star is what's in style right now.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
They did showed before this. They showed he's got Red 2 coming out.
Yeah,
well, that might work.
Yeah.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
So if you want to see, if you're looking for a Dwayne Johnson Rock film, that's what you've got. You know, if you're going to this to see, you know, Bruce Willis, you know, it's kind of it's going to be more like.
Hello! Hello! You have my pills! Hello! I'm cold and there are wolves after me.
That's kind of how I felt like watching Bruce Willis in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
It's definitely. I mean, you know, if we're gonna rank this thing with the cans, oh man, I'm gonna probably go. I probably 2.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go 2 as well. It's just not. It really felt pieced together too. It felt like
and it was so obvious too. What's it's obvious they added a couple more Channing Tatum scenes, and
and
it was painfully obvious which ones they were because there's nobody else in them but him and The Rock. And
it's just kind of
like, let's just insert these.
Hey, you guys stand over by this Coke machine and talk for 5 minutes, and we'll.
Yeah, all right. Let's play modern or Call of Duty.
Yeah, for no reason, and
a
lot of filler.
I mean, it just didn't work.
All right, so we're gonna both go 2 cans on G.I. Joe Retaliation. Like the nuances from the past and the Hasbro. Feel the helicopters. Cobra Commander was good. I will say this. I did kind of like the Storm Shadow breaking them out of the hidden seclusion area that they did a little bit of.
Well,
but it just and the Storm Shadow guy was good, and the Snake Eyes character.
Hopefully, the third time will be the charm.
Well, I don't know. They seem to kind of have a copy paste thing going with this, so that's where we're at on that. All right, let's go on to. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Big and Tall Movie Review Show.